Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Final Whistle. Today, we are going to be discussing Arsenal Football Club. As we all know, last season they had an interesting season. In one in which you could say maybe the team became a lot more mature in comparison to the season before, made good progress, but once again couldn't quite get the Premier League title. But were definitely much better than the season before.
Yeah.
Now, going into the 2024-25 season, changes need to be made if you want to win. If you want to get better than
100%.
City, then changes need to be made. So that's what we're going to discuss today. Who do Arsenal need to sign in order to get closer or to even win the title? Before we get into it, make sure you like the video, comment below who you think Arsenal need, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Mids, you are the resident Arsenal fan on the Final Whistle.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
What do Arsenal need? What are the problems that need fixing?
You know what? I think for the most part, so I'll break it down like in quarters if I can.
Okay.
So like August to I think November, maybe October. I think Arsenal's biggest problem was in transition. We were quite slow, we were quite lethargic, and with the signing of Declan Rice, I think Arteta sort of envisioned it being Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. But obviously Partey got injured, I think, in like the second game, had to have surgery, was out for a long time. So then what he said was, okay, let's try push Havertz into that left 8 role, and then Declan Rice in the 6, and then Odegaard was almost like a Roman playmaker. And the problem with that was, and I even said it on here, I think it was when we lost to Fulham, I said the problem is Declan Rice he can't dictate tempo. That's not his game. Do you know what I mean? It probably might be later on, but as of right now, it's not his game.
I don't think it's his game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not his game. So missing Partey and I guess not really trusting Jorginho as much, especially when you made an error in the North London derby, in that 6 role was a bit. So we were a bit still. Went to Dubai. I don't know what happened in Dubai because we came back on fire. I think the biggest problem.
Yalla Habibi.
Hey, listen, for you, my friend. I think what we need is a solid left back, because I think our biggest problem in some of the biggest games were the fact that, again, Tomiyasu wasn't fit for the whole season, so he couldn't play left back. Obviously, we had Jurriën Timber, who was supposed to play there, did his ACL. Then Zinchenko, as much as he gives us in possession, out of possession, he can be a liability, because he's one of those players, he's a perfect Spanish player that's not Spanish, because
That's a good one.
He's small, he's weak, and he's not fast. But technically, he's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing.
So I'm happy you said left back, because I can't lie, it's one of the positions that I was thinking that Arsenal need to definitely sign. I've always said, and you doubted me at one point, that Zinchenko.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put my hands up. I'll put my hands up as well, because we had that argument.
Yeah. Zinchenko was never going to help you to do anything. Don't. So you need a new left back. Either way, regardless, like we're on the same page. You need a new left back, and I feel like the left back I was thinking of, and I looked into. I think it might be the same one you think Arsenal should sign. So I'm gonna ask.
Okay,
I might be wrong. That'll be funny. But let me ask PB first.
Yeah.
Who do you think Arsenal should sign at left back?
Left back. I didn't really think they needed to go for a left back because of Timber.
Yeah.
Because his plan was to play Timber at left back, right?
Well, that's speculation. He's never said that.
Well, but I mean, in the 2 games that he did play, he played left back.
Because you have to remember, you also don't have a natural right back. So what's to say that his plan wasn't to play?
But the thing is,
Ben White, Tomiyasu,
and even them. Obviously, Ben White transitioned from centre half to right back. Tomiyasu's just a defender because he can play all 3. I think Arteta doesn't want players that are rigid. I think he wants players that have a sense of dynamism to them and can play multiple positions.
Exactly. Arteta is Pep's little bro, and Pep plays four centre backs basically.
Okay, but either way, even if we're playing 4 centre backs, one's left-sided, one's on the left. It's still a left back at the end of the day.
Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah.
So that left back, are you saying that? Well, you think Timber is there?
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing, that Timber should be your starting left back, or do you
think
need a more natural left-footed?
I think what we need is, again, I say it all the time, dynamism. I think we need, Timber as an inverted fullback. From what I've seen when he played against City and that first half against Nottingham Forest, he's very good there. He comes into midfield, he dictates play, he's a great defender as well, and he can carry the ball forward. However, I think we also need a natural someone who is left-footed and an actual left back. So that for certain games where, I think back to about 20 2020 Kieran Tierney, where that season he was very good at left back, doing the overlaps and getting the crosses in.
Very good.
Love the archives, isn't it?
I'm just saying,
You can
hey, listen,
inflate it.
hey.
I know.
Bro,
We'll check.
One thing about
worries.
nostalgia,
We will be
No
there.
worries.
clouds the judgment a little bit. No, but Tierney at left back is someone who's a direct left back, a traditional left back, run down the line, give you a cross,
Tucked in
overlap.
shirt.
Do you know what I mean? What? Even in when it's snowing, no gloves, no nothing. It's hard, man. But anyway, yeah, I think what we need is an actual left back, left-footed left back that can be direct and give us something different.
Who's that then?
I'd say Grimaldo.
Yeah, you have been campaigning for him.
I'd say
But
Grimaldo.
wait, is he a left back or is he a wing back though? Because people are gonna fall into that left back wing back trap with him and Frimpong, in my opinion. And whoever signs
I
one
think
of them
it's
are gonna be in
I
for
think
a
it's
shock.
different. I think it's different. Go on.
Frimpong to me is a wing back. Ronaldo to me is an actual left back, and he can even play left centre back.
Yeah. And the
It's
thing
different. I think Grimaldo he's been adapted into a left wing back to suit his his team, whereas he's not actually a wing back like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
don't forget, this is a La Masia graduate, He's schooled at that left back role. I think him and Pep actually overlaps in Barcelona. It might have been Pep's last season, but it's a thing where he knows that position.
Yeah.
And if not Grimaldo, the next player I'd say is, I think it's Gutierrez for Girona, who came from Real Madrid. Those players, and that's, again, maybe it's because they're both Spanish, I don't know. But those two players are players who are both traditional left backs in their own right, but then have also shown that in the modern day and age of fullbacks, you can also come into midfield and you're actually quite comfortable, not necessarily just focusing on overlaps and doing early crosses or late crosses. You can actually
have that
play.
versatility.
You can dribble.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were gonna say Tyrick Mitchell. Because I don't
think he's ready for that
job.
Yeah, but he's played in the Premier League for 2-3 seasons now and has been good. He had a good season just now with Palace. I think he scored 2 goals, 3 assists, something like that. But he's had a decent season with Palace.
It's fair when you say that. I haven't really seen anyone cook Tyrick Mitchell when he's 1-on-1.
Really? He's been good to go.
Because to me,
he's been good a couple times.
No, but his recovery is good though. Like he's been it's not like where you see it like, oh yeah, done. Like when Trent megged Zinchenko.
Yeah.
When I saw that, that's when I was done with Zinchenko.
I think Mitchell still has a lot to learn, but I feel like going into a team like Arsenal, where you have young players who are, but they're young, but they're still going for the title. You've got a young manager who's young, but he's still got that experience because he's worked with Pep and he's going for the title now. I think Tyrick Mitchell at Arsenal will be a good sign.
I hear it. To be fair, I would always, I don't know, I kind of picked him to go somewhere else, like Liverpool. I'd be a bit of an understudy to Robertson. Robertson's a bit, he's picking up a bit more injuries and whatnot.
Yeah, but even if you guys start Timber and you already have Timber at the club, so you start Tyrick Mitchell as an understudy for now.
But then Zinchenko's gonna be there, right?
Zinchenko doesn't have to be.
Oh,
there.
you lot are saying he's
Zinchenko
gone.
does not have to be there.
Apparently, Company wants him at Bayern. Company, by all means. What are you, my friend?
Free of charge.
Hey, what 20% discount?
Okay.
What else do we think Arsenal needs then?
So we need a winger. I think a winger is the most important position Arsenal need to focus on.
Left
this
wing,
summer.
right wing?
Right winger.
Right winger.
Right winger, because Saka plays every game and he plays most minutes of every game. And this, when you think about, okay, cool, I'll copy some things from the NBA, but when you think about load management, for someone who has been, since he's 18, starting in this team, playing week in, week out, and delivering and all that sort of stuff, you need to manage this player because, God forbid, he gets one bad injury or it's all about wear and tear. Do you know what I mean? So you need to manage him. And I think what we need is someone who is either between, in their sort of like, I want to say 29 to 32 in terms of experience.
Really?
Or
because
someone who's...
They're not going to be demanding to play that much.
So someone like, like how we signed Jorginho, a very experienced player who's not expecting to play week in, week out, but can still do the job. I feel like that sort of signing on the right-hand side will be great. Or we get one of the academy boys who are ready.
I think signing someone around the 30-year-old mark could be damaging.
It could be
damaging because you've also got to think those players are in their last few years. They want to actually play out the rest of their
It depends who. So who
season.
was you thinking? Because if you bring a winner in, then it's completely different.
No, I'm saying you sign someone who is young as well, around the age of Martinelli, Saka,
Yeah.
maybe not proving to the level. Someone who can play both left wing and right wing. So they're challenging Martinelli for his spot because he didn't have the best of seasons, in my opinion.
No, he
anyway.
didn't.
Yeah, agreed.
But then also, you can still, if Saka needs a rest, you can play him on the right. So I
Yeah.
would say Neto.
Yeah, that's what I was
Wolves.
gonna say.
The only concern is his injury record. That's it.
Yeah, but he's not going there as necessarily you're
Starter.
starting. He's competing.
No, but I'm saying, like, even if he gets injured, when he does come in to compete, then he's...
If he gets injured, you've got Trossard and you've got Martinelli. And obviously, you have Saka already.
Yeah.
So then you're giving yourself 4 wingers.
I know.
You can play
It's-
on either
Who
side.
was you gonna
It's
say?
just the risk. So for me, I was going to say bring Gnabry home because he's not enjoying his time at Bayern. Yes, I do get he has been a bit injured over the last 3 years, but it hasn't been a thing where, like Neto, for example, who's missed months at a time and then months at a time. With Gnabry, from what I know, at least, it's been more so like he's been out for a couple games and then he
So
can't
Gnabry
really
on
get
the
back in.
right-hand side, right?
Yeah, and I think it
He
gives
can
us...
play both as
Is
well.
that
Yeah.
not going to be an issue, though?
Why?
Because he can play both, but his position is mainly right-hand side.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken. Right?
Yeah, mainly the right hand side.
Now, he has to start, in my opinion.
Thing is, I don't know, because you can say the same thing about someone like Trossard. You can say Trossard has to start. You can say Martinelli has to start. Obviously,
We who are left wingers, right?
yeah, but
I'm
it's
talking
all
about
about
the fact that you've got a player there who has already nailed on his position, who's been
Mm-hmm.
in good form over the last few seasons in Saka.
Mhm.
If you bring in someone like Gnabry, who you could say is, also a very good winger,
yeah.
how does Gnabry not start? With your left wingers, with Trossard and Martinelli, I don't think one of them could really have much to argue about if one was dropped over the other.
But you say that, but when we bought Trossard, we didn't need a left winger because Martinelli was firing. This wasn't
but
last
he was
season, it
your,
was the season
but
before.
he was your only left winger.
Yeah, and he was trying to get Mudryk.
So you
Okay,
want
fair.
competition, but
Yeah.
not competition in the sense where you're bringing someone who's coming from the best country the best team in another league,
Yeah.
and who is sort
I
of a
think-
guaranteed
but-
starter. Trossard was never a guaranteed starter.
I
when
get
he
what
came
you're
in.
saying, but at
True.
the same time, to kind of support Mids' idea, I did say Neto, but then at the same time with Gnabry, because Elise is now gonna go to Bayern, right? So
Yeah.
somebody's gonna leave. One of those wingers are gonna leave, right?
Yeah.
So it could be him.
And I ain't gonna lie, one thing about me, I love me some high level scraps. Give me them Madrid scraps, them Bayern scraps. Let's make it work, man.
Would you prefer to bring in? I think Gnabry is a better suit for Arsenal than the player I'm about to say. However, because I think Trossard isn't the best player. I think if you want to win the
Really?
league, you're not going to win the league with Trossard starting left wing. And I think Martinelli didn't have the best season. Do you
Trossard
not
had a
think
good
maybe
season.
Sane might be a better signing than Gnabry?
No. And the reason why I say no is because Sane is a very good player in his own right. On his day, he's one of the best wingers in the world, in my opinion. However, what I've seen recently, and when I say recently, I mean over the last 2 seasons from Leroy Sane, is that it's either his passion for football has died, or he's just not the same player we saw early on at Bayern or at City. Because there's been, even when we played them in the Champions League quarterfinal,
Yeah.
there was times where it's like, bro, Sane, cook Kivior. Like, you can cook him. You can cook whoever is on that left-hand side. And it's like, I don't know, it's not the same. Even for Germany, there's been times where I've seen him dribble and it's like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, he's not thinking straight or whatever. And, sometimes for a player, I think when things like that happen, it's either because there's external
Off the pitch
distractions.
stuff, yeah.
So it's either off the pitch or it's like you're just not comfy playing in like this new position or whatever. But we've always seen Sane on the right hand side. We've always seen it. Of course, sometimes he was on
Left.
he started on the left in City and Schalke, but a lot of the time he was on the right.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, because Pep,
If that makes
with
sense.
him and Sterling, Pep was doing whatever. And
Exactly,
them
it
man were
was
running
like-
it ragged, right? But I think obviously now that company's gone there, he might get a resurgence. Because
Yeah.
company might understand
mean-
what's best for him.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, how about you? Raphael Leao.
This guy was
That's
because
sick.
when he said me, I was like, what do you know? Nah,
because bro, the only issue is the price tag, right?
I don't think that's the only issue though.
No, that's not the only issue.
I think
Really?
You can get better value for your money, man.
I think obviously that's what I'm saying. The price tag plays a part, but I think he
No, but
would-
I'm saying
on the
as
left
in-
on the left wing, Leao,
This other. I think even Neto is. I think Leao is a risk that Arsenal will be taking. That it's not as big of a risk as
But
someone like Neto.
if it pays off,
yeah, that's like if you sign me and it pays off, then it's
I ain't gonna lie. You know, Liao is a good shout. However,
I always thought it.
However, I think him and Martinelli are quite similar profiles. So I don't think
like chaos dribbling, like pick up the ball.
if we didn't have someone like Martinelli, say if we had Trossard and let's say we're in the position we were in 2 seasons ago where we only had one good left winger in Trossard or whatever, I would be like, yeah, Liao, I fully hear it. But him and Martinelli, kind of similar in age, kind of similar in profile. It doesn't really make that much sense personally, unless you shift one of them to centre forward. So
I just don't see Leao living up to the hype. I think if he comes to the Premier League too early in his career, could be a big issue. I think it could begin a bit of a downfall for him. I don't think he should come. He's not ready to come to the Premier League and to start for Arsenal.
Fairs. Do you know who the idea of this player? I was kind of flirting back and forth with it, but I wasn't too sure. Chiesa.
He's not gonna do it in the Prem. Italians, man, they don't bang in the Prem, bro.
It's very true. Yeah,
For Chelsea, someone like Chelsea, I think you could, but not for Arsenal style.
Don't say the brother that called Ruby Rose. Don't, because if you say that, I might walk out the studio.
What?
I'm on cam.
I thought you were gonna say Madueke, or whatever.
Nah.
Okay, good.
You're a cam.
Because I would have walked out. I would have walked out.
If we think about one more position, because I was thinking Arsenal still need a midfielder.
Really? You would say midfield? I was just gonna say, get this
And a striker.
9. That's the obvious one. That's the one that's been
striker.
screaming, bro.
A striker.
Why
as well.
it's always Arsenal fans that never agree with that.
No. You need a striker.
You do. Why do you guys always say no? Even when I talk to my friends off camera, they say no. They're like, no, Havertz can do that.
It is. I think the difference between Havertz and Jesus up front, I think can work.
Bro, how many goals did Jesus score last season?
Like 4.
Bro.
And how many? Something like
Your
that.
number
Crazy.
9 is crazy.
Yeah.
No one told me this.
Bro, I've been telling it. I've been telling it.
No one told me this.
Listen, if you watch back the videos, he's been giving a sly dig. Oh, he's got more goals than Jesus.
He's got. Bro, it's horrible.
I hear it.
It's horrible.
But one thing.
Don't you ever come for Hoyland again, bro, or Rashford, or any of my boys.
You're gonna say they're gonna talk about injuries.
But Rashford got like 2 goals this season, bro. What's going on?
No, come on.
That's not true.
That's
not even true.
No, it's not true, but I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, you can't just do that.
No, the thing is, I think, yes, we can do with a number 9, but I don't think it's imperative. Because I think and especially English media are too much obsessed with this idea of you need this number 9. He's going to bag you 25, 30 goals every single season to win the league. Yeah. That's not where football is right now. If we're looking at where football is...
When was the last time a team won the Premier League without their...
City.
No one scored 25
Yeah, when
goals.
they had the... No, but he said striker.
Striker.
Whereas, obviously, I guess...
But if your striker isn't going to score you 25 goals, then your front 3 all need to get 20 each.
And this is what I'm going to start alluding to. When you look at Liverpool, when they won the league, they had Mane and Salah firing. And if you think about 2 seasons ago...
Firmino was still contributing heavily.
Yeah, he's still contributing.
But
no, of course not. 4 is ridiculous. That's defender numbers. Gabriel Magalhaes has more goals than that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, I think with the amount of goals that Kai Havertz has scored in about, I think he got 12 or 13 goals.
Yeah.
That's not a bad tally.
So what you're basically trying to say is, if Havertz does that similar Firmino role, gets 12,
if he can get around 15,
and then Saka's doing what he's doing,
and then Martinelli and Trossard are also giving in as well. Odegaard is going to chip in with the goal. Like we almost did it 2 seasons ago with Jesus got 10, Nketiah got like 6, Saka got 15, Martinelli got 15 or 16. Odegaard got 10.
It's not almost doing it because you were how many points short in the end? Quite a few points short.
4.
That's not almost doing it.
No.
2 seasons ago they did almost do it. They bottled it, right?
2 seasons ago, they bottled it. It was 2 seasons ago. It was a 4 or 5.
Because 2 seasons ago, Arsenal were unbelievable. Because you guys are at the top of. We always go on about it.
Yeah.
At the top of the league for 80% of the season, etc., etc. And that was the season where
everyone was firing.
Everyone was firing. They did nearly do it.
Yeah.
I think relying on your wingers to be in, because for a winger to get 20 goals in a season, it means that they are in the Premier League season.
Yeah.
They are in fantastic form the whole season and hopefully injury free as well.
Yeah.
I think to rely on that without having a recognized striker, when Pep did it, it wasn't because they wanted to do it. That's never a team's intention.
Which is true.
to not-
Aguero was.
So I don't think it should ever be a club's intention to say, right, we're gonna go in without a striker who's capable of getting us 25 Premier League goals in the season.
Liverpool
and we wanna
did
win
do
the
it,
league.
though.
Exactly. And do you know what it is? I
Yeah,
think.
but when you've got the world's best player at the time in the right wing,
True. I hear
you've got
it.
Salah on the left.
Alright,
These are not young.
Mane.
Sorry, Mane on the left.
Yeah.
These are not young 23, 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
These are 28, 29 grown men playing on the wing. It's completely different.
I fully understand that.
I hear
But
that.
all I'm saying is, I think with the way football's going now, we're seeing a lot more of these wingers that are not wingers, they're inside forwards. They're Salahs, your Manes, your Martinellis, your... I guess you can even put Rodrigo in that category as well. Even Mbappe, he's not a striker. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He's an inside forward playing on the left. That's his best position.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I think the focus should be more so about how do we get... Yes, you definitely need a striker that can get you, at the very least, 15 goals domestically. Not all round, domestically. However, the focus, I think, should be on how can we get the most out of our wingers. Martinelli and Trossard, we know that there's quality there. Trossard stepped up a lot last season when Martinelli dropped off. This season, I already know Martinelli is going to perform better than he did last year. That's fine. Clip it at me as well. Put my government name there as well. I don't give a toss. But look, Martinelli's going to perform better. Trossard, hopefully will have similar season, if not better. Saka's going to be on the right-hand side. And if we get another right winger, can also perform in the odd game as well. Havertz, double digits goals. Jesus, whether he's still there, or Nketiah, or whoever we are playing as a second striker, is going to be chipping in with goals. And I'm saying, if we are able to, I guess, mimic the same outcome or impact that we had two seasons ago, where Martinelli got 15, Saka got 15, Odegaard got 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can happen. The only thing that cost us that season was our defence.
Yeah.
And you saw last year, that defence...
You fixed that issue.
We fixed it.
I hear it, man, but at the end of the day, goals win games. So get Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins
he needs to stay in West London.
Nah, get them there, man.
Anyway,
Get them there.
anyway, let's see what happens. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give the video a like. Comment below who you think Arsenal should sign. Is there anyone that you agree or disagree with? Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and on Instagram as well. And as always, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Peace.